Scott Adams tweeted out what I think was the most egregious thing that I've ever seen him tweet out or say, which was, if Joe Biden is elected, there's a good chance you will be dead within a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, followed up with saying, Republicans will be hunted.
Did you listen to his argument, though? His argument was actually pretty solid. I was like,
So, well,
okay.
wait a minute. So I saw that and I said, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That anyone would say that. But I held off, and Adam will remember, because before I listened to his Periscope where he explained this concept, I responded to Adam and I said, is he being sarcastic?
Yeah.
Because it seems so out of left field. It's a very bad take. And so I listened to Scott Adams' take on Periscope. And at first, it was very weird, because at first, his defense of that statement was kind of twofold. It was, I was being purposely hyperbolic in order to troll people and gain attention. Which
success!
I think which is a success, but I think is amoral or immoral. Not immoral, is immoral. But Scott Adams, one of my big problems with Scott Adams is that he generally will often kind of dismiss morality as not important. he's like, I'm only talking about what's persuasive. I'm like, oh, I mean, I understand that like on a descriptive level, but it's a little dangerous prescriptively. So he was basically saying he admitted to being, in my opinion, immoral purposely in order to draw attention to himself. So that was the first part of it. The second part of it was that he originally said, he kind of made a weird left turn where he said, even if Trump was reelected, Republicans would still be hunted in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the only person that would prevent Republicans from being hunted in the streets was Kamala Harris.
Oh, I know. That was, just ignore that last part. That last part completely destroyed any semblance of an argument.
Well, you can't. This was his argument. You can't
no,
forget it.
No, you can't dismiss the bad parts.
No, wait. This was part of his argument. Okay,
I know, but that's the crazy part.
No, so this is what's so interesting, because he makes this argument. He says he makes this very seems like crazy, super right wing conspiracy argument that if a Democrat wins, Republicans are going to be hunted in the street. But then it turns out when you hear the longer context, he's like, actually, the only person that will save us from this is Kamala fucking Harris, which is funny because he has his own personal reasons for why he wants Kamala Harris to be president, which is because he predicted that she would win the nomination originally. So,
yeah.
But so that was his initial theory on this whole thing. So I was like, that's super weird and shitty, but whatever. But then the next day, he sort of reneged on his explanation and then kind of changed it to, well, no, if a Democrat wins to be president, they're going to allow Black Lives Matter and anarchists and Antifa people to basically roam the streets hunting Republicans and then allow people to be fired just for being Trump supporters, just for being Republican. Was his argument.
Well, my take is, and I think your take is probably similar, is that if a Democrat wins, cancel culture is probably going to just go away.
Right. That's, well, not go away, but I believe if a Democrat, we've talked about this a lot, people said that Trump should win to combat SJW shit. And I always said that's backwards. The SJW narrative is a victim narrative. It's based off of the perceived lack of the perception of being a victim. Okay. And having a person like Trump, who's very contentious, is the perfect avatar for them to say is the proof that America is a racist, sexist country.
Well, and someone that they could point to and say, we're victimized. This is the age of Trump.
Right. Exactly. And so I would assume, we could be completely proven wrong, but I would assume that if any Democrat was president, it would hurt the cancel culture and hurt the SJW narrative, because no longer could they point to being victimized by the president of the country.
Yeah. So they just forget about it, basically.
Right. Well, it's not that the woke SJWs will still complain about it, but they won't have all the moderate TDS Democrats will ignore them. Because the thing is, the mainstream media, for the most part, is controlled by liberals, liberal Democrats.
Yeah.
And so they're fine with attacking the concept and institutions of America, as long as that concept and institutions of America represent Republican governance,
Yep.
right? But the second that it represents democratic governance, they're going to suddenly stop talking about all the SJW attacks on the government.
It's the exact same thing as deficit spending with the Republicans. Like deficit.
Right, exactly.
As soon as Democrats are in office, Republicans, deficit spending, deficit spending, deficit spending. Oh my God, it never ends. And then as soon as they take power, what? Deficits don't matter.
Yeah, just suddenly everyone stops talking about it. Yeah, it's a great comparison. So, but that's why so Scott Adams' point to me is completely backwards. The idea that if a Democrat wins the presidency, that's going to give carte blanche to people for businesses to suddenly begin firing everyone just for being Trump supporters, which I see zero evidence of any of that.
They're going to be like, oh, you voted for Trump. Oh, yeah, you made that mistake. That's okay. A lot of people did. We're past it now. Now we have Joe Biden, the Rock of Gibraltar, the picture of sanity.
Right.
Oh, my God.
My big problem with his tweet wasn't the fact that I think he's wrong. It's so contentious, the way that he phrased it.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose, too. He's like totally stoking the oh my God, the fear button. But he wants people to turn out and vote.